God, you guys, I don't know about this one. Welcome to another episode of Thoughts on Star Wars and Comics. And I am really not feeling this one because for me to continue on with mainline Star Wars and do this crossover crap, I have to talk about Doctor Aphra. Finally. Doctor Aphra. I was so worked up over having to read this shit again, or even look at this shit again, that I spilt my coffee on my desk. Almost ruined these books. Like it was a sign from above not to do this. But I'm gonna do it. But I have to start by saying issue 1 to 6 of Aphra, which covers the story before Screaming Citadel crossover, is not that bad. But what it is, and what it should have stayed as, this is a rip-off of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, for the most part. Instead of the Holy Grail, they're after ancient Jedi artifact. Her dad's in it. It flashes back to her beginnings where she's in the academy. The only difference is she's kind of a bad guy, where Indiana Jones is a hero. That's about it. I do like how this starts, and I gotta start by saying right off the bat, the art is kind of nice in these books. The art's kind of nice. It's a little weird in parts, but it's hand-drawn. There's no freaking tracing stuff, which is really nice. So this is a actual Star Wars comic book, and I kind of like how this starts out, because you think this is Aphra in the suit of armor or whatever, doing this big mission, and it's this guy, this unknown guy, and he gets this idol, and then she just kind of shoots him and takes the idol, which is funny. It's a good introduction to her character. She's supposed to be like an anti-Indiana Jones. And that was the good start to it. And then it goes like, low energy. So, which is why I'm so low energy right now, because I just don't even want to look at this stuff. She has a bunch of wheelings and dealings with some smugglers. Her Black Wookiee bounty hunters back. The 2 droids are back. The evil 3PO and the R2 000 and BT. And blah 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 blah. Flashes back to her academy days at the end after she meets her dad. This is her dad. She has feelings about her dad. That's why she's, here's her flashback to her university days where she steals something and gets kicked out of the academy because she was a super smart, super awesome archaeologist. Because she's a Marvel Star Wars girl, and she's got to be super awesome and whatnot. As you can see me breezing through this, I really don't care about this series. The first 6 issues were kind of good, and if they had stuck with this, I might have been a little bit more excited, but I know where this is going. Look, we get a skint from the 000. He's Wolverine. No, he's not Wolverine. I shouldn't even bring up Wolverine in this book, unless it's like a bad art Wolverine or something like that. But anyway, blah blah blah. They go through the history of what was going on. There was a faction of Sith that broke off from the Jedi, and the Jedi hunted them down, and they went to this asteroid to get away from the Jedi. And there was this guy named Rur, spelled R-U-R, Rur. That's the bad guy's name. That's this guy in the armor here. His armor's kind of cool. His character kind of lame. Anyway, the Jedi hunt him down. He does this weird thing where he transfers all the minds, including his own, into a supercomputer. And that's what they're looking for. The supercomputer. Jeez. I can't even, Anyway. So, they find out that they have to go to Yavin 4 to the Masashi temples and find some sort of a key or something. Like, I'm not even reading this anymore because I just don't want to. Yes, anyway, they find the key, but they also activate this big signal boost, which tells them the Imperials that are on the planet that have now occupied Yavin 4 that they are there. And it introduces this character here with the weird neck thingy. I think her name's Talvin. She becomes a main character. I should just spoil it now, because I don't even know if I want to talk about the rest of the Aphra books or not. She kind of becomes Doctor Aphra's love interest. Now, I'm okay with gay characters and stuff like that being in books, but the way they play these two's relationship off later on, oi, we'll skim through that at some point. I don't know if I can handle it right now. I'm going to jump ahead, because this is all just pointless filler. They get off of Yavin, they find the Jedi asteroid, they activate the supercomputer, it comes back to life, and now it can take over droids, because it's a computer, and it doesn't realize it's a computer, it thinks it's still a living thing, but whatever. And in the very end, after all this crap, oh look, she gets a lightsaber at one point, because it's a Jedi thing, and they're all over the ground, and I do like the art, though. Some of the panels are really cool. That's all. This is the only positive of this thing. The art, the story is straight off, like, almost a play on everything Indiana Jones. It's awful. They even have the warehouse scene where the dad gives the crystal to these guys and they stick it in the warehouse, just like in the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Right. Anyway, turns out in the end that the crystals she gave her dad was a fake, and she had made a copy of, and she still has the real one, which plays into the series later on. She's a bad Indiana Jones. That's what you get from this. Although she's not later on, and that's where the series fails. This was a competent start to a good series. If they had stuck with the artifact of the week or whatever, like if they had done each series, I'm looking for a different artifact or whatever, that would have been fine. That would have been a cool thing to do. We've never really had like a archaeologist, especially like a villainous archaeologist sort of character arc, and in Star Wars anyway. That would have been neat. That would have been kind of cool. But no, they don't do that. They kind of do that for a bit, and then they go completely off the hinge. They go way out there. Can't even talk about it right now. Anyway, my next review will be the Screaming Citadel mini-series. We'll get through that, and we'll continue on with mainline Star Wars, because I'm kind of getting behind. I got a big stockpile of books back there that I got to read that are building up, and I want to get to them, so I want to get through all mainline Star Wars. We're doing it. We're doing it. Then we'll go back, and we'll look at the rest of this atrocity, and maybe we'll do some Darth Vader, because Darth Vader's actually pretty good. At least we'll finish off the Darth Vader stuff, because some of the stuff from Darth Vader ties into some of the stuff in Star Wars after. But anyway, thank you for watching. That's all I got today.